Hello. Can everybody see me? Can everybody hear me? I hope so. I hopefully this is going a lot better than the last time because as you probably remember if you were at the midnight live show, there was no lighting and I couldn't get this working at all. So that was absolutely fun. Uh, Everyone got their hot drinks, pajamas. It's a pajama party up in here. It's got to be. Hello, everybody. Hello, handsome. Hello. Uh, and Jade, you need to shut your neighbours up right now because it's very important that you listen to this for the next hour or less. I don't know if I'm able to talk that for that long. I mean, I want to let you guys talk as well. Why I wanted to just have me in the slideshow, not have like guests or anything, is so that you guys could talk about your month and how your Believathon's gone, and sort of like we will discuss Frostheart and everything, but we'll do that a little bit later because if anybody's watching and hasn't actually watched, not watched, if nobody's actually like read Frostheart yet or finished it, then there'll be no spoilers. You will be able to tune in now, get some, you know, conversation, and just sort of, yeah. I just want to get straight bang into telling you guys thank you so much for just being incredible. And thank you for tuning in as well to absolutely everybody. Kirsty, Pris, Ashley, Becca, Jade, Claire, Ingrid, Angela, Tracy, Kirsty. I'm sorry if I'm repeating people. Christy, Natalie, Nicole, Sabrina. Hello, everybody. Yeah, Frozen Pajamas. Hello, Cody, my love. Although actually, I don't think this is. Have I told the story before? I probably have. But I got this is actually a large girls, and I got this from Disney World in Florida when I went on the Frozen Ever After ride because they didn't do any adult Frozen clothes. Like, what the hell is that about? Ugh, disgusting. But yeah, thank you, one and all. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Terry. Hello. Um, I thought I recognized Olaf's hair. Yeah, he's got beautiful hair. Speaking of, I hope everybody has had a chance to see Frozen 2, because goddamn, it is incredible. It's absolutely amazing. Just you wait for my vlog next week where I go out in public dressed as Elsa, looking like an absolute fool. Sorry, I'm shaking the bed a bit. I'm trying to keep it still. Oh gosh, it is so great to see all you guys, and yeah, definitely tune into my next vlog. I'll be coming next week, and yeah. Uh, so I'm just catching up on some comments. A lot of talk about Disney. I mean, yeah, of course, Disney is the way forward. Um, Becca still needs to see it, but goddamn, you need to see it right now. No spoilers for Frozen 2 as well because a few people haven't seen it. Actually, somebody said, well, I was talking about it with somebody at the Marital Center yesterday, and I wasn't going to say anything specific because there was somebody else there as well, and the person there said something big that happened in Frozen 2 that I'm not going to say, don't worry, but they said something big happened, and it's a huge spoiler, and I was like, oh my god, and they didn't even realize, and like, oh gosh, I felt so bad. No spoilers. No spoilers. Um, oh, Christine, I would totally say it with you. Don't you worry. I don't mind going a third time. In fact, I think I will go a third time soon. And oh, why isn't Frozen 2 not out in Denmark until the 25th? That is what? Oh my gosh, that is just disgusting, Disney. Get on your A game. Um, and Norway as well. What? Norway. Okay, so anyway, I do want to. Oh, Jade's going a third time this week. Gosh damn. Ah, she's going to say it three times. Third time's a charm. But I do want to say with Jade as well because she's the honor to my Elsa. So, uh, anyway, okay. So as I was saying, thank you so much to everybody who participated in Believathon. It just means the absolute world to me. I didn't realize anybody would want to take part in it at all. So yeah, it just blew me away, especially when I look at how many people actually did it or like how many pages have been read in total. So I don't know if anybody's checked the sheet and like had a look themselves. But if you go over the total page count, and there probably are like duplicates and stuff, maybe like things have been added in twice by accidentally. But yeah, sorry for changing the conversation, guys. But we have read a total of 608,709 pages of children's books, and that's just incredible because it's children's books and it's amazing and brilliant. And for my first time doing a readathon, only being less than a year, fresh on BookTube, having over 600,000 pages read is just unbelievable. So I want a huge thank you and round of applause to you lot. Oh my god, you are the real MVPs. Pat on the back, just an absolute pat on the back to you guys. It just chef's kiss. And I've been saying that a lot lately because of Cody. Gosh damn you. But yeah, so you guys are killing it. I've just sat here. I've only read, I think, 15 books this month. I was going to say this year, but no, I've read more than that this year. But I've only read 15 this month. But to be fair, I was doing some hosting duties. So and 6 of those were Roald Dahl books. So really nine full length books. But yeah, it's fine. Yeah, actually, only because if you see the size of half of them, you'll know why. But I'm very very happy with that anyway, especially because I've been trying to keep up with everybody on Twitter because I mean I've been really crap this past like week and a half, 2 weeks because I've been doing like a lot of stuff. It's been cray. It's been cray. But on the Twitter, there was over 3,000 mentions for the Believathon account. So I've been trying to reply to everyone. And I know it's not exactly possible, but I think that's also incredible. So again, thank you so much. And yeah, I think that's brilliant. So I have had a look to see who has read the most. And let me just tell you who won Believathon. Okay, so this is just based off the form that I have right now. But there is somebody who has read 9,696 pages over 40 books. And I don't know if there's any duplicates or anything like that. I'm going to double check. I will be doing this properly, like ASAP, because I want to do a top 10. I want to see who read the most and all that and what was the most read books and things. So the person who read the most with 40 books was Blue Pixie 16. So that is incredible. Thank you so much, Blue Pixie 16, for reading 40 books for Believathon. Oh my god, I will send you a message ASAP to congratulate you for reading 40 books because I want to send you something. So that would just be incredible. And also we have had people who have read over 30 books. We had Emily Town who read 33, Bee Circus who read 31, Confuzzle Bev 27, Mummy Rara 26, and there is probably more in between that as well. I just did like an A to Z on the spreadsheet and had a look through that. So I think that is like the top people who read things, but I will double check and see, what needs to be changed or anything if there's any duplicates. So bear that in mind. But yes, well done, Blue. Well done, Blue Pixie 16. That's a tongue twister, that is. That's just absolutely fantastic. Also, if you can see on the corner here, I have my Frozen Forest candle burning, so it smells like bubblegum up in here. But yeah, so that was like the first little part of this section because I also want to say that the most read book was, of course, Frostheart. When I checked the spreadsheet last night, it's been updated since, but 105 people read the group book. I think it's more now, but that's a lot of books for Frostheart. And I think the next one after that, because obviously it's a group book, so most people have read it. The one after that is Nevermore. And this might have changed since last night, but that's absolutely fine. I will put things on the Twitter and stuff. Sorry, 106 Frostheart because Jade hasn't added hers yet, so get on that. I think the next one is Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow, as of me checking it. And The House with Chicken Legs by Sophie Anderson. They've been read over I think nearly 40 times now. So that one's been huge. And also City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. That one was read quite frequently as well. And I actually think just based on how many people have read something, I think the highest reviewed book was The Girl Who Speaks Bear by Sophie Anderson with 4.63, which is really high. And that's not including books that have only been read a couple of times, so the rating's obviously higher. This is just based on books that have been read a total of like 12 plus, because it seemed like the majority was around that number. So those were some really good stats for those authors. Yep. Ashley said she saw a ton of people do Sophie Anderson. Yeah, I mean, I could not stop recommending Sophie Anderson. So of course, hopefully a lot of people went off my recommendation and picked those up, because it seemed to have worked anyway. It is one of the highest ones. Claire said that The House of Chicken Eggs was her most favorite book and is now in her top 10 reads of the year. Awesome. Stats are honestly, I just love stats myself. Like, I can't wait to go back onto the spreadsheet and just analyze it even further. Gosh, I'm loving it. The out of the Roald Dahl books, because we did do Roald Dahl Day, the most read Roald Dahl book was Matilda with 29, and then Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with 25. So that's pretty awesome. Roald Dahl, may you rest in power, but I hope we have made you proud. I hope we have made you proud. Oh, Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief was also one of the most read books. So how many people read that one? So 19. That one had 19 when I checked. It might be a little bit higher now, but that actually beat rereading Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. There was 18 rereads of that. So I think, yeah. So I must have been on the same wavelength as you, Ashley, because she's just asked how many people did Harry Potter. So 18 did Philosopher's Stone, but out of all of them, there was a total of 44 Harry Potter books read in Believathon. But that's just based on last night. So Cody's just finished her reread of Harry Potter. And Cody, didn't you say that it's your first time reading it as an adult as well? Like, you haven't reread it in years? Because I did that over last Christmas and New Year, rereading Harry Potter for the first time as an adult, and absolutely loved it. Like, and I read my illustrated editions of the first three. So it's like, it was just absolutely sublime. And it was great because it was Christmas time, and it was just like, it put me in the mood. Oh, and yeah, so people have read a couple of, actually, so the most read Harry Potter book was The Philosopher's Stone, and then it was Prisoner of Azkaban, and then Goblet of Fire, and then Chamber of Secrets, and then Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, Deathly Hallows. So it was a little bit of a mixture there. It didn't go like start high and then went down. It was kind of a bit all over, but I think people were rereading Harry Potter anyway, so I can't exactly claim that Believathon made people read Harry Potter. Gosh, I wish. But yeah, those were pretty much some of the most read books. Oh, also shout out to Malamander as well. Malamander was read 27 times, so that is in the top 5 books. Obviously, I do really enjoy Malamander. I think it's awesome. And the other one is A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. That one was really highly read as well. And what I love as well is because these are books that I've because I was worried that lots of people would read books I've never read, so I could never talk about them to people. But fortunately, I have read a lot of the ones in the top 10. But then also A Place Called Perfect and Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief are in the top 10. But that was just based on last night. That might change from all the submissions that came in today. I was at work today until 5. I didn't get home till 6. So like 2 hours ago, I went in the bath, made myself coffee, started doing some stats, and we were good to go. Can I also just say 69 people are watching right now? That'll probably go down. Yeah, and pretty much all the books on Cody's Believathon TBR, I sent her. Yeah, definitely check out Malamander. So yeah, let's talk about our favorite reads of the month, because Terry said The Way Past Winter was her favorite read of this month. I read The Way Past Winter last Christmas, And I did think it was a really nice story. It was a little short. Like when I read that, I realized it was a little short, but it was really, really good. And I definitely, it's one that I think Jade would really enjoy because it's polar fantasy. Well, yeah, fantasy. Oh, actually, what I call it fantasy, I don't know. Now I'm trying to remember what happened. I can't remember now, but I do remember it's about two sisters who go after their brother. Or is it three sisters? Oh my god! I know it's about sisters going after their brother, and that's all you need to know. Um, how many people participate in the readathon overall? Actually, not sure of the entire number because there were over 2,000 submissions on the form. But obviously, like people have, read like up to 40 books. So I don't actually know the exact number based on, just on username alone. I don't know how to find that out on Excel though. I'd have to delete a lot of rows. Uh, but yeah, so sorry, I kind of went past some stuff there. So yeah, Way Past Winter was mentioned. Um, Ashley said, I feel the fact I know all the books you just mentioned shows how much Believathon shook the world. I did it shake the world. Yeah, Ashley doesn't read a lot of middle grade, but her New Year resolution is to read more. I've just made that up, but she's doing it. Becca in the book said Northern Lights is her favourite. Literally just recently read that myself for the first time. And yeah, it's a great one, Becca. It is fantastic. And I'm really enjoying the show as well, but I'm a couple episodes behind. That's fine. I'll catch up at some point. You are welcome for the readathon. Bex reads books. Her favourite was Nevermore and A Pinch of Magic. I love absolutely both of them. They are just fantastic books. Nevermore, magical. A Pinch of Magic. Oh, I cannot wait for A Sprinkle of Sorcery coming out in February. I really hope I can get an advanced reading copy. If anybody's listening who can send me one, send it. Oh, Let It Go. Oh, hang on. Sorry, this just thingy done. And it's not stuck in a book. Let It Go was his fave, and I'm so excited to read that actually. I was sent that, and I think it's called Conceal Don't Feel in America. That's a Disney Twisted Tale. I love that it's your favorite though, because I have high hopes for it. I love Frozen, as you can tell. Oh, yes, Laura, I'm glad that you got more middle grades on your TBR. 2020 is going to be the year of middle grade. You just watch. You just watch. Percy Jackson was Kirsty's fave. Nevermore was Natalie Bell's fave. Oh, and the Polar Bear Explorers Club for Kirsty. That was on my TBR, but I didn't get a chance to read it. I'm sorry. It's been on my TBR for a while as well. Same with Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. That's been on my TBR, like my official TBR in October and November, and I never read them both months. I'm terrible. Oh my god, Ashley! Ashley just said her fave ended up being Frostheart. So a little backstory there. Ashley was saying that she wasn't sure whether Frostheart would be for her, so she was going to skip the group book, and then she started getting FOMO and decided, you know what, I want to read it. So I sent Ashley the book, and plot twist, she loves it. So I'm glad about that, Ashley. So Siobhan's was A Place Called Perfect and Skullduggery Pleasant. Place Called Perfect, I read that too, and I really enjoyed that. And Skullduggery Pleasant, I have a couple of books actually, and I've got one personally signed by him, Derek Landy, but I've never read them. Wizards of Once, Twice Magic, and City of Ghosts for Tracy. Excellent choices. I still need to read Wizards of Once. And also, Tracy, thank you for sending me Wizards of Once 1 and 2. They're definitely going to be on my, I think, January TBR. Yeah, that'll be, I just cannot wait to read them. Thank you for sending me those. Renee's was The Boy at the Back of the Class. That made me cry. And I'm so glad it's your favorite as well. I love how I've read these ones that people have said were their favorites. Like, how many people have read things because of my recommendation? Like, I'd love to know that. Or if you just read it, just because you've seen it somewhere. I'm not that influential, don't worry. So Cody's was Frostheart as well. I just love it so much. Isn't it just so great? It's just a great start of a series. I cannot wait to talk more about that with you guys. Like 5 more minutes and I promise I'll stop. I love knowing what you guys have read. Kristen said, I love how I have a huge TBR of middle grade and children's books. Now that I never have heard about before. Yeah, like literally, even for me as well, seeing what people have been reading themselves, I've seen so many great recommendations from other people, especially on the Twitter. And I've been screenshotting and saving the names of these books that I need to read. So, just the best. And Ingrid and Everland, tie between Frostheart and Witchwood. Oh, I need to read Witchwood. And should I make a chart in Excel for book titles? I I say I have the full list of all the books that were read, but like, how do I make? Actually, no, no, you're right. I do know how. I do know how. I just clocked on. I'm stupid. There's a formula Excel that can count unique entries. Oh my gosh, that will help. How do I do the formula thing? I know how to do the chart thing. I don't know how to do the formula thing. Jeremy's was oh crap. Sorry, it skipped ahead again. You influenced me. Oh, Wendy, you influenced me. Oh, Rachel's here as well. Hi, Rachel. Um, Saving the Polar Bear Explorers Club for Jay's Polar. I'm gonna have to do that now as well. Sorry, I was in the middle of reading someone's favorite and then I just totally lost it. I'm sorry. It's probably best that I probably start moving on anyway, I guess. Um, Tracy did ask how did I cope reading Wonder, or if unless Tracy asked someone else that. Well, I'm jumping on that question. How did I read Wonder? I read it through a lot of tears. It was really sad. There are like I would definitely recommend that book, but definitely be prepared for it. It is a little heavy hitting, just because I am a very empathetic person, so I could just feel just every feeling in that book. And there's some things that happen in it as well. You will know if you read it, like some things that happened, some things that well, something in particular that I had to go through this year myself, and it's just never easy. It's like really upsetting, but get with it because it's a brilliant book. It's beautifully written and it's just amazing. Sorry, the chat shot up a little bit there, so I'm sorry if I didn't get to see your favorites. Claire, I'm so glad you found a few of your favorites through me, and it did it again. The chat skipped again. Oh, for God's sakes! Sorry, this is again family friendly video, so no swearing. I also yes, I also need to read Coghaw. Tracy, you did send me those books as well. um, I bought. Oh, Chrissy bought Frostheart Who Speaks Ben Has Chicken Eggs because of me. Oh, I'm so glad you bought those books. Like, I'm also sorry for everyone's wallets as well. Like, I'm really sorry, but also let's support our children's authors because they don't get enough money. They need more. Sorry, so I've just kind of skipped ahead a bit there. So I might start talking about Frostheart now, maybe. Um, oh, hi, Mummy Rara. Mummy Rara, actually, now you've come in. You were actually in one of the top people who have read for the month. I've lost the list now. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're currently in the top 5. So I'm going to go through and look properly. But hi, Mummy Rara. Also, yeah, be prepared for Wonder, like honestly, and yeah, you guys can talk amongst yourselves if you'd like, just to know about each other's favorites. That's fine. But I do want to maybe start getting into Frostheart. We are 22 minutes in, and literally someone just said, "Ash has completely stole my heart. I need Frostheart too." Okay, I'm just gonna go straight into saying that I love Ash in Frostheart. I think he is such a relatable character. Me as a, I don't know how old Ash is actually. Is he like 12 or something? Me as a 12-year-old anyway, I was just so much like Ash. I was so shy, but I kind of had this hidden thing. Well, I didn't have a hidden ability to, be a song weaver, but I did have this hidden ability to dance. Like I used to be the only boy in my dance class, and I used to love it so much. So I feel like I am pretty much the equivalent. Also, like, there's not going to be any spoilers just yet. I do want to talk like generally of the book, so don't worry if you haven't managed to finish it yet. I do want to start with. I did want to start with that because someone mentioned Ash, and honestly, he's one of my favorite children's literature characters in such a long time. So I hope everybody enjoyed Frostheart. I know sometimes when people do readathons, they pick a group book that not everybody loves. But I think, just going through the list and the form that was submitted, because so many people did read Frostheart, it did have a rating of 4.31 out of 5, which is so high. And I'm so, so glad it was like, that's such a great rating for it. Um, so I was really worried because I've been ranting and raving about this book since I read it back in July for the Bookie Trials. And I absolutely love this book with my whole heart. And I just wanted everybody else to, um, to love it as well. Oh, Rachel just said it's her Patreon book club voted pick. Um, yeah. So parents struggling with the writing fonts, they change a lot. Oh, those with dyslexia had a hard time. Yeah, actually, that can be quite hard as well because there's a lot of it italicized, right? italicized words in here. There's a lot of sort of graphics and words that yeah are made into graphics kind of thing. So I yeah, that's actually a really good shout. They should definitely try and make a more to sexier friendly version of this, especially since this kind of book can really span age range. I feel like as an adult I could have read this when I was a teen and still loved it. But I think for like children and stuff, I hate to think that anybody would have missed out on this. But yeah, also I'm so glad that people did enjoy it, Rach. That's like, Ashley won her over entirely. Like, I know sometimes it's not really what everyone's like expecting or what people are after. Not everybody loves like fantastical children's literature. People are more like about the contemporary and things like that, which is absolutely fine. But I'm glad that people can read it who don't usually read things like this and still enjoy it. That's actually really, it's just like that warms my heart so much, and it makes me feel like I'm not what's the word? Like it makes me feel like I'm not wrong in recommending it. You know, because sometimes I doubt myself that if I've recommended something so wholeheartedly that people will hate it. Um, who also, and his notes in the book said he was the only boy in his dance classes from age 3 to 16. Song we were in the shower, hashtag yes. Um, don't know when Frostheart 2 comes out, Ashley. It should be probably like October 2020. I would probably think it's like in the same ballpark, but I hope I get a reading copy of that too. um, so I a lot of people are mentioning a lot about the characters still, so I don't want to talk about characters. Actually, good shout. It's really hard doing this by myself. Actually, I should have probably had guests on this. I'm sorry, but I'm getting a lot of people saying that they love Tobu. Tobu is just fantastic. I absolutely loved his dynamic with Ash. He is such a reluctant father figure to Ash, and I love their sort of banter, I guess you would call it, because you know a lot of the times Ash would want to do something, but Tobu would have the maturity to not to tell him not to do it because Ash could be so immature sometimes. But in the end, it obviously seemed that Tobu was correct, especially when it came to. Okay, I'm not going to say the name or anything because I think. Okay, I'll put a spoiler warning now. Then I'll write in the comments spoiler warning. So if you haven't read the books, I will start to get into some spoilers. And so Tobu, right, I'll give you a minute to get to sort of. I don't want you to anyone to go or anything, but like I'll give you a minute. But thanks, Rach. King of recommended middle grades. I hope so. My luck will run out soon, and I will recommend something that everybody hates. And I'm scared. I'm scared for that day. So right, I think this is enough time now. You know, you've been warned spoiler wise, but say for Tobu, he did warn Ash about Shard, who turned out to be the villain of the story. And to begin with, I thought Shard would be like this really eccentric kind of character, and he wouldn't be like evil or anything. But actually, it was actually rather quick how much I found him to be a sort of villain figure because he was so against Tobu and Tobu was so against Shard. So I think because I trusted Tobu's judge of character, I kind of okay, Pris, okay. Pris says she could say Shard coming a miles away. Okay, right. We can't all be Pris. Um, but okay, right. Ashley Sword as well. Whatever. But yeah, also agree with his notes in the book. I found Shaw to be quite a well crafted villain by the end of it because he has a goal, and I love it when, especially villains in children's books, can sometimes just want to be evil for the sake of being evil. But Shard has a goal, and I love that he's driven toward that goal, and it kind of aligns with Ash's to begin with. So I think Cody, stop. He wasn't that obvious to begin with. Was he? Maybe it just went over my head to begin with because I was too in love with the illustrations. But yeah, okay, Ingrid, whatever. Right, so a lot of people saw Shard coming a mile away. But I want to ask you a question then. Because you saw Shard coming a mile away, did that ruin it for you? Or was do you think because he was sort of set up that way, you kind of felt, yeah, like it didn't come out of nowhere, I guess, is what I'm saying. Like, it all right? Like, did you not mind it being so obvious to you? Yeah, maybe I'm just too trusting. Maybe my naive heart was like, I don't know, just I wanted to see him as a sort of friend to Ash. Maybe I was just so desperate for Ash to have a friend because at the start he had no friends pretty much. And I just felt so sorry for him. Not really because snow pirates, oh my god, like snow pirates, like genuine. Oh, yes. Like, who else thought this was a bit like Treasure Island? Like, it was such a Treasure Island kind of book. I definitely saw that kind of adventure, piratey feeling. Um, yeah, so Mummy Rara, she was waiting for the reveal. Yep. Uh, to be fair. Rach says Shard and Ash could be related. To be fair, just judging by the illustration alone, they have that same kind of look. That's actually a really good observation. Maybe he could be an older brother. Maybe. Ooh. That's a good shout. Wait, what did Becca say that everyone's agreeing with? Come on. um, Okay, Becca says she thought Shard wasn't going to be a villain just because it was too obvious. It double bluffed her. Yeah, maybe that's what I thought as well. Maybe I thought it was too obvious, so I thought it wasn't going to be that way. So yeah, yeah, need to read Treasure Island. Ingrid. I read Treasure Island for the reading rush this year, and it was good, but it was just very wordy. That's how I would describe it. This is my favorite. So, um, Redemption Arc would be fantastic actually in Frostheart 2. Or like I don't know how long the series is going to be. So I mean, a lot of people didn't actually know this was going to be the start of a series. So I probably should have made that clearer when I picked this as a group book. But fortunately, when people did get to the end and they saw Frostheart 2 coming soon, they were like, oh, yeah, because obviously he didn't manage to end up finding his parents or anything like that. We still have his whole adventure ahead of him. So yeah. Um, Helen's maybe I'm suspicious minded, but I started questioning everyone at one point, wondering who the traitor could be. To be fair, I mean, yeah, because we were introduced to the crew of the Frost Heart, and we were kind of thrust with all these new characters, and they all had like different kind of personalities. And yeah, it genuinely could have been anyone. Like, imagine if it had been the captain. Like after all that time, it could have been the captain. You know, it's like that would have been a shocker. But I kind of didn't want that because she turned out to be so kick-ass and so brilliant. I love her so much. Yeah, Ingrid thought it was a standalone, but fortunately it is a series. Like, I want like 7 books of this. I really want Jamie to say how many books he has planned. He maybe already has, but I feel like I would have known if he had of. But I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it'll be better told over a series. I think we do want to see more of these characters. A lot of people love Luna, which I've seen a lot of in the comments. I mean, yeah, she is so funny. She is so brilliant. Actually, I will tell you one of my funny moments, which I remember because it's near the end, and because I literally reread it over the past 2 days. Or was it 3 days? I finished it last night. So yeah, the past 2, 3 days. When you know when the at the end when the Crow Witch appears and um Ash and Luna asking like, "Who are you? What's your name?" And she goes, "Broken, shattered." Her voice sang, and then Luna's like, "Quite the name." It's like that's just so like it's like juvenile humor, but it gets me, you know. And there was also a moment earlier on when Ash is trying to listen to the sounds. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows about this bit because it's like, it's so immature. But like during the sounds, Ash is like listening to all the sounds and he's being really calm. And he has this beautiful melody kind of thing, this long note. And then he realizes that's just somebody's farted. And it's just like, I just like it shouldn't be funny, but it is. But yeah, I love that part as well. It was balanced so well with the humor. I thought a lot of these characters were so funny, but Luna, yeah, needs to have her character built more. I agree, Tracy. I want to see more of Luna in the second book. I want to see her really come into her own, and yeah, she is definitely because I was so desperate for Ash to have a friend at the start. To have Luna come into the story, she is like an angel sent from heaven, y'all. She is just brilliant. Oh, Ashley would love a book from Luna's perspective. Could you imagine? Could you imagine a book from Luna's perspective? Imagine if Frostheart 2 is from Luna's perspective. I don't know if it will be. There is no tea to be spilled here, no cost or whatever. But I'm gonna try. I do want to like interview Jamie Littler and like be like, what are your plans for the rest of Frostheart? Tell me everything. Ooh, Wendy Galloway says, "I'm wondering if the Crow Witch is his mother." Quite possibly, because I see the lullaby that Ash's parents have given him to be his sort of way to find them, and this Crow Witch has also come into it, and she's sort of helping them find them. Yeah, that's right. What if she is his mother? What if Shard's his brother? There is a lot of we are trying to piece a lot of family relations, yeah, in this chat. But yeah, Sabrina was wondering the same thing. I never saw, you know what? That never crossed my mind. Maybe why don't I see these things coming? I do not know. It's weird because I do see things coming in movies. I predict so much in movies and young adult books as well. But for some reason, in children's books, I can't predict a lot. That's so weird for me. That is so weird for me. I tell you what, I can predict Hallmark Christmas movies. Oh my god, I could write them myself, but I still love them. Ashley said the scene with the Crow Witch and Ash just like scream singing at Shard and summoning monsters. That's right, was immense. Okay, let's talk about the fact that the end, like, well, I would say the last part, with the whole sort of like battle sequence kind of thing with the Leviathans and Shard putting all the crew of the Frostheart in the sort of in that pit down there. Oh, Jade's just said something like that I want to get to in a sec as well. I'll try and remember that. But yeah, and that's actually before this, so I should probably talk everything was like drawn out to a really good extent where it wasn't rushed and it wasn't too long, if you know what I mean. Like it really made me happy how action packed it was and just like how it wasn't easy for Ash to overcome it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it is like a little bit too easy for middle grade characters to overcome their dilemmas or the obstacles in front of them. It was so hard for Ash to do that. But in this one, I just felt it had such a fantastic climax. It was just brilliant. And so I don't know if you guys maybe thought the same or anything, but I genuinely, because I do think like a lot of middle grade books have a habit of doing it a bit too easily at the end. But yeah, Sabrina says yes, a balanced ending, unlike so many YA books at the moment. I mean, to be fair, YA books I haven't been reading as much lately because I'm falling a little out of love with some of them. But there are like my set authors and set books and series that I do want to keep checking out. So Cody doesn't trust anybody ever. That should be everybody's. Well, actually, no, it shouldn't. Nobody should be cynical. Cody, there's so much love in the world. Um, but yeah, love the second time he tried to sing, completely failed. Ingrid, same. Like he's not a perfect main character. He's still learning. He has so many flaws, and he is still learning how to be a song weaver, just how to be a boy. Really, he's been so kind of blocked off from everyone else and from people like other kids. Really, people who would treat him as an equal. And finally, he has his gang. Oh, yeah. Edsta as well says, love the fact that he was struggling with his power. Yeah, he's definitely a bit like Elsa, you know, she was holding it in, she was concealing, not feeling. And then, you know, he saves the Frost Heart, he let it go. And then he has this arc where he starts to learn his powers. But even by the end of this book, he hasn't fully learned his powers. So this is something that I'm looking forward to reading in Frostheart 2. And I hope you guys are as well. And Ashley's read more children's books this year than YA this year because of me. Oh, what I make of that is that you are incredible. You should be so proud of yourself. You should read what you want though. Never just read things because I say so. But yeah, read what you want. And if you love middle grade, I don't want to force you to read it. But if you love it, read it. Yeah, definitely let it go. I'm going to throw in as many Frozen references. I would definitely say this as a cross between Frozen and Treasure Island. I would say that was like the kind of the way I would say it. Becca, I challenge you to only speak in Frozen quotes for the rest of this live show. Now that's a challenge. I don't think I could though. Now I'm thinking of quotes and just got all gone in my head. It's like when people ask me, say something in Geordie, which is my accent. That's like where I come from. Say something in Geordie, and everything goes out of my head. But oh, Becca, oh, right? I know I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But I should, but I'm not. Yeah. So Cody only reads books that I tell her to. So okay, that's good. You will never go wrong then. So the thing that Jade mentioned as well that I want to also say is the bridge scene where I haven't got the bridge scene on hand or anything, um, but there was something that was probably a bit dark for children's books. I'm trying to find his name now. I definitely had it just before. Where is it? But you know, right, everyone knows the bridge scene. Yeah, Jade's just screamed it there. What was the name of the guy again? Oh, what was it? What was it? I'm on the page where I know it's mentioned. I like you better in leather anyway. I'll not give any context to that. Um, but right, does anyone remember? I know it. I literally just read it, and it's on this page. But I'm too excited. Cause right. Anybody know it? Anybody know it? No, I'm still looking. I'm still looking. Oh god, where is it? It's like literally just right here. Because I mentioned Yori. Yes, thank you, Ingrid. Yori. Okay, so Yori. It was Yori who died, right? Like I'm not getting that wrong. It's Yori, and like, does anyone expect that in a middle grade book? Like, especially in one that's like that I've mentioned is Frozen meets How to Train Your Dragon. Although saying that Frozen 2 is quite dark. So this one is also similar in a way, like in that fact that it's quite mature, but it's like not too mature. So I feel like even younger kids would still really enjoy it. But oh gosh, like I just wasn't expecting a death in a children's book, especially not the first in a series. And I know Yari wasn't like a really big character or anything like that, but he was part of the crew. So like he was just like, oh yeah, yeah, of course. Anders No Second Book said when Ash mentioned it in his speech, oh my god, like even because it is mentioned a bit more like throughout the ending as well. And like it's like Yori and the survive like, when Ash is thinking about the surviving members of the Frostheart, it just takes you back to Yori and you just think, what a poor soul. What a poor unfortunate soul in pain, in need. Yeah, Nicola didn't expect it. Ashley doesn't expect anything. No, she doesn't expect death. Yeah, because his send off was beautiful. I feel like, um, oh yeah, because what I love about this as well is that it includes songs and like Ash's song weaving is another beautiful way for Jamie Littler to really flex his prose and the way he can do some sort of like flowery kind of lyrical poetry in this as well. Oh, I wish I had highlighted the poem now. It'll probably be really easy to find. In fact, actually, I don't even want to say it again. I probably just got emotional. Um, yeah, Ash is a bit of a fixer-upper. Yes, yes. Um, so yeah, that is something that I absolutely loved about this is that it could take something like quite dark, but also like not too dark for a kid to read. But I think it would make people emotional. It did. We're all adults here, right? And we still got emotional at a fictional character's death in a middle grade book. Ingrid wasn't expecting it, but she loved it because he made it so respectful. Also made it so that you couldn't be sure anyone was safe. Made the maze scene so much more terrifying. Yes, because that happened first, it made the whole maze thing in the climax that more impactful because yeah, anybody could have died. Imagine if Luna had died. Oh my god, like that would make me cry. Also, Ingrid, it's nice to see that you managed to finish the book as well. I know you had like 100 pages to read in like an hour, so well done. Um, well done for that. Yeah. So we're 45 minutes in, so I've only got 15 minutes left. So I do want to ask what you guys are looking forward to in Frozen 2. I was going to say Frozen 2 in Frostheart 2. Is there anything? Because like I feel like it's being no, it is being written right now. Oh, actually, yeah, Cody said love the different cultures as well. Sorry, I'm just like skipping ahead. Let's not talk about Frostheart 2 just yet. The different cultures. So we go to stronghold to stronghold. And what I love about that as well is the fact that they could go to one stronghold and it could be so lovely and happy and cheery, or they could go to another stronghold and it could be like a cult. Like the one they go to is rather quite scary. Like the people there are really weird. So yeah, like I feel like there's so much potential moving forward in different strongholds, like where they could end up. And I know they're on their way to Aurora now, so they're going to hopefully find Ash's parents. Gosh, God, that kid deserves better. Ingrid's favourite quote is clinging to a painful past will only poison the present, but the future is still there to be made. Oh, so beautiful. I love that quote too. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Tracy said, try the audiobook for Frostheart. You know what? My 2020 goal is to listen to more audiobooks. And for my third reread of this, I will listen to it as an audiobook. I think that would be an absolutely fantastic idea. I'd love to read it like in a different way. But I have heard good things about the audiobook. So that's fantastic. Um, Sabrina wants to know more about the Stronghold. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about Frostheart 2 then. Um, Sabrina says, I want to know more about the stronghold Luna comes from. Yes, I would love an origin story. That's such a scary place to grow up in. Yeah, there's so much potential. Like, so anything could happen. Anything could happen. They'll also tell you that this live show is also a musical. And the fact that there's yeah, there's a world from before to be discovered. So I think this is dystopian. I think it's set in the future, and like the world is just like covered over in snow, and there is a whole civilization. Sorry, it's coffee. It's making me a little gassy now. There is a whole civilization to kind of find out and discover. So I would love to know more about things that happened before and how things came to be. That would be great to learn in Frostheart 2. Sorry, I'm doing a lot with my hands. I'm not nervous or anything. I should have been nervous the other day when I dressed up as Elsa. That was nerve-wracking. So I will feel robbed if they do not return to Tobu Village. Yeah, I would feel robbed too. Anything with Tobu, I would love to learn more about Tobu. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Is it Tobu or I think it is like Tobu. It's like tofu, Tobu. Ashley wants to hear more about Luna and her drifter background. Like, I'd love a scene of them just casually bumping each other across Journey. Ashley, can I just say, I love the fact that you're so into this. Like, this is just out of nowhere. Ah, yes, I love all of these things too. I love how invested you are in this. I would probably say, like, Frostheart to me is like the Born season to you. So, yes. I wonder what inspired the different stronghold was inspired by. You know what? I'm going to ask Jamie Little if he wants to do a little interview, and let's all bombard Jamie Little with tweets saying yes, do an interview with Gav, because I feel like that just has to happen now. Why didn't I ask him to do this live show? I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared. I'm too scared to ask people to do things. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to the illustrations. Jamie Littler, yeah, Pris just mentioned, love the illustrations. We all love the illustrations. Have you ever seen that Victoria Justice meme where where she's like, I think we can all sing or something like that? I think we all love the illustrations. So yeah. Here for the interview. Coming full circle from the opening live show with a gassy Gavin. I'm sorry about that. It is the coffee. A musical is fitting for a song weaver. Maybe I was a song weaver in a past life, or maybe in a future life even. Maybe I will be Ash in the future. Who knows? So yeah, I will ask about what the inspirations were if I do manage to get to interview this guy, this amazing author who wrote Frostheart, this book that we all love. I hope Jamie dedicates a second book to you. I mean, we can only but hope. No, I've done nothing. I've done nothing to warrant, because when you think about somebody writing a book, you have to think about their personal lives and what they've done to get there, and kind of people who genuinely helped them write that book. I don't think I deserve to be dedicated to. Maybe a little footnote somewhere. Frostheart would be a good TV show, kind of like the Avatar, like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Do you think it would be a good TV show like that? I agree. I'd love to see the songs animated. I would love to see this whole bleeding book animated. It would just be fantastic. Yeah, it would be a brilliant show. BRB need to tweet Jamie Littler. Ingrid, yeah, just get on it. Frostheart 2 needs Ash to song with himself a creature to be his Sven, or his Olaf. I'll take either. Okay, Victoria just says, I love Victoria just as all. No hate. So I literally already tagged you and Jamie on Twitter to do an interview like 10 minutes ago. I'm so sorry, Jamie. If he ever watches this, I'm so sorry. But also thank you everyone. You helped sell that book. I'm not gonna lie, I literally recommend this book to every single person who comes to my table. even if they say, "Hi, I'm looking for a book that is, contemporary, to do with, a little girl and whatever." I go, "Have you seen Frostheart?" Because it is about a young boy. uh, so yeah, I literally, even to this day, like I'm going to be recommended this for the rest of my life. When I'm 80 odd and I'm still working and I'm still a bookseller, I'm just going to be like, "Have you read Frostheart?" That was a really bad old person impression. But you don't come here for the impressions, do you? Except for Frostheart, to the Aurora Stronghold. Even just the name, the Aurora Stronghold, like Aurora, ugh, I love it. Like Northern Lights up in here, the Aurora Borealis, I think it's pronounced. Um, Curious to what Frostheart 2 will look like because we need more sprayed edges and filing. It better match. I have the same worry with A Pinch of Magic because A Pinch of Magic came out with like blue/purple. I could never tell the color. Like I was telling everyone it's purple, but everyone says it's blue. It might be blue. With the blue sprayed edges, I really hope A Sprinkle of Sorcery, which comes out in February 6th, for those who need to know. I hope that has like green sprayed edges because it'll match the cover. It looks so good. So I want my Frostheart 2 to also have sprayed edges, to maybe instead of a circle, maybe fire, like the fire stronghold, or some kind of like maybe a snowflake. I don't know. There's just maybe I should be the designer of the next cover. We should do that. Frostheart is the first book I'm going to order for our English middle grade section of our bookstore I work at. Ingrid, yes, yes, absolutely. I would absolutely love for that to happen. And what I love as well, sorry, I'm not going off on a tangent or anything. This is relevant, but I've seen on the forum as well that a few schools have participated and they've had like designated readers to read certain books for certain prompts, and that again is just absolutely fantastic. I want to get in touch with all those schools and just be like, wow, like I don't know how to thank them. I don't know how to thank you guys for even doing this with me. Like I really don't. But just saying that schools have participated and a lot of kids are discovering this book as well as many of the other middle grade books. It makes me so happy. Um Sorry, I had to mention that because Ingrid mentioned about the middle grade section at school at the bookstore that she worked at. But yeah, you can bet this is like face out on the table everywhere. Um, Aurora just reminds me of Disney again because of Sleeping Beauty. Ashley, yes, I mean Aurora is what I wanted to call myself when I was a child. I think it's a beautiful name for a person. Um, Laura, I really hope so. Oh, yes, please design it. I mean, I will, but I'm no good designer. But I do have ideas, so I will present them. Gav, quick question: do you like warm hugs? Sorry, I love warm hugs. Honestly, I'm the kind of person where anybody can just come up to me and give me a hug. Could be a stranger on the street. I'll accept the hug. I genuinely don't mind. Give me one. I absolutely love warm hugs. Also, do you want to build a snowman? Thank you, Cody. I'm proud of you too. Cody, what you've done this year, I'm so proud of you. Oh, Esther, are you going to do some statistics from the forums? I did some at the start. What else do you guys want to know about the stats? Because okay, I'll just put Frostheart down for now. Because actually, the overall rating of all of the books that we've read, include like out of 5, all of the books that we've read is 4.17, and that's out of like 2,000 entries. So the fact that out of 2,000 like 200 books, our overall average rating is 4.17 is so amazing. That means more people gave 5-star ratings than anything else, and the fact that you guys have, I know a lot of people first time reading children's books, or they have well, not first time, but like first time reading them as an adult. Maybe they just like kind of grew out of them, but they kind of wanted to give it a go. The fact that it's that high of an average, oh my gosh, like it does show there's so many 5-star ratings on there. I'd love to know how many 5-star ratings there are. I'll quickly check. I will quickly check. 2 seconds. No, I can't quickly check because Excel isn't being nice. Also, yes, Becca, you are killing it too. Everybody's killing it this year. Like 2019's been such a fantastic year for everyone. Booktubers, booktube viewers, just like you lot have been phenomenal. I will say something in a couple of minutes time about Believathon 2.0. Oh, top classic reads. Oh, actually, I do actually have some stats for top classic reads because the top classic read, apart from the Roald Dahl books that we read, the top classic read was Charlotte's Web with 23 so far. And then Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, The Secret Garden, which I didn't read. And that was my classic prompt as well. I'm sorry. And The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, which I did read. And yeah, those were the classics. And say I need to read some of them. I definitely need to read The Secret Garden. Yeah, the classic weekend made Ingrid finally read Alice. Yeah, I mean, I need to read that. It's been years since I read that. Laura's picky with her fives, so she probably lowered the average a bit. Don't worry about it. I can be pretty picky with the fives for my older fiction, but I'm a bit more lenient with my children's fiction. So I probably give out 5-star ratings like this, just willy-nilly, just like, you have a 5-star, you have a 5-star. Kirsty, yeah, I was like, Oprah with a 5-star, you get a 5-star, you get a 5-star. Yeah, I was literally just thinking that. What did Chris just say? Becca's also killing it, even though she totally lost to Ashley. What? Oh, hang on, I haven't seen. Has Becca lost the 100 book goal? Has Becca lost? I haven't seen if she's lost. I think Ashley was in the lead, but has Ashley actually managed to hit the 100? Yeah. I love it because it was Becca's idea as well. She's a competitive one. Oh, sorry, Becca. I love you so much. But also, Ashley, well done. May we have a round of applause for Ashley, who managed to hit 100 books. And Becca, I believe you will hit those 100 books by the end of the year. I believe in you. I believe-a-thon in you. And that is actually what I'm saying to a lot of people now. Instead of saying I believe in you, I believe-a-thon in you. So well done on hitting 100 books today, Ashley. Honestly, so proud. Anyone read 101 Dalmatians for classics? A lot of people actually did read 101 Dalmatians. I think about 8 or 9. From what I remember, I didn't make the top 10, so I didn't write it down. But yeah, there's that. But yeah, curious who else bought Believathon candles. I did, and I got them right there, and I've been bidding them all month. Becca in the books, amazing. Becca would have hit the 100 if she wasn't busy running around after me making Believathon candles. So I think I'm partly to blame for her losing the 100 book goal. I'm so sorry. Again, blame is all on me. And of course, her boyfriend's been making me these mugs. Ooh, and I accidentally just spilled some. Isn't that fantastic? Also, right, just before we wrap up as well, and I mentioned some things about Believathon 2.0, I'm so glad my ring light did not flash on and off because it keeps going on and off every 10 minutes. So I have got a new one coming for Christmas, and I have a new camera coming for Christmas, so that'll be awesome. I'll explain more about it in my vlog that's coming up. And yes, everyone's loving their mugs, spilling the tea, quite literally, from my Believathon mug. So yeah, let's talk about the elephant in the room here. Let's talk about Believathon 2.0. Well, before Believathon 2.0, we have a mini Believathon that's going to be happening in 2 weeks in May. I haven't decided if I wanted the first 2 weeks or the last 2 weeks. I'm going to see what's sort of best for everyone, but I want a mini Believathon in May to bridge the gap between the big Believathon and Believathon 2.0, because Believathon 2.0 will happen again next November. And I'm so sad as well because I know a lot of people can't join in November because it's a huge month for a lot of people. There are a lot of kind of deadlines for a lot of people. People are working extra. I mean, I'm starting to work full time as well. So the last 2 weeks of Believathon was very hard for me as well. And it's why I really slowed down on my reading, not just because of that, because I had a lot on, outside of, working, and it's just, yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, there is going to be a mini one. I will announce the proper dates in a couple of months. Like, I check out the Believathon on Twitter, keep up to date with that. Olafathon. Oh my god, that rolls off the tongue as well. Olafathon. Oh, that is such a good little title. Oh my god, that can be the subtitle. Believathon or Laughathon. You know, like Believathon 1.5 or Laughathon. It can have that official title. So well done, and his name stuck in the book for naming it that. That's going to end up being official. Um, but yeah, a mini one with some small prompts and a lot more interactive stuff. And it's going to be less stressful for everyone. And I will be more active on Twitter and I will have more sprints and stuff. And I did just make the Instagram account as well a couple of weeks ago. I should have done that to begin with. There will be more things to do on Instagram. I'm going to keep doing those sort of stuff so that people on Instagram can join in, more videos and stuff like that. So, also, actually, yes, before I leave, um, I will say that Kirsty did make me a Believeathon calendar. And actually, I would love, Kirsty, if it's all right, would I be able to share it on Twitter? Is that okay? Because I feel like a lot of people would really enjoy that. I just think it's incredible. Thank you so much for making me that as well. It's just, honestly, it means the world to me. It's such a fantastic calendar. But yeah, I will let you know more details then. Um, is there anything else? Oh yes, I'm going to make a form as well because I want to know what could be improved on for the next Believathon. So I will put a link in the Twitter for that as well. So let me know anything you would improve on in Believathon or anything you'd like to see more of, anything I didn't do so well, which I know is a lot. Um, so yeah, thank you for everyone who joined in. I'm so glad everybody loved Frostheart, and let's just eagerly anticipate Frostheart 2. I will find out the date. I'm telling you, I will find out the date. And oh my gosh, like this is officially the end of Believathon then. And it's very sad. Like I will say that it does get me a little bit cherry-eyed the fact that you guys would join in, and just the fact that it's over is just so so wonderful. And it is sad times. I hope that you guys will still continue to chat to me and continue to watch and read a lot of Believathon books. And oh god, sorry, I'm being a proper mess right now. And just yeah, just like I just want you guys to have like the most magical time. And I know that a lot of children's books can do that for a lot of people. I know it does it for me, so I do want to share that um kind of good feeling that I get from reading children's books. It's not goodbye, exactly. It's not goodbye. I'm just like really sad that this part of Believathon's over. So I'm gonna go, and I hope you guys go as well and have a really good night. Thank you so much for tuning in, and yeah, stuff your faces with chocolate. Have some hot chocolate. Maybe watch some Christmas films because I know that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be watching some more Gilmore Girls as well because I need a bloody catch up on that. I'm so behind. Um, but honestly, I just want to tell you guys how brilliant all of you guys have been, and just like I'm gonna be reading everybody's messages, and there is a lot, and it overwhelms me, but at the same time, it's just like it makes me so happy that so many people have and taken to me and Believathon. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. But yeah, it's gonna be like the last time I like you go, no you go. So I'm just gonna I'll cut it off, but then I'll continue reading everybody's messages. And also before you go as well, don't forget to check out Middle Grade Monthly, MG Monthly. Our Facebook is The Girl Who Stole an Elephant. I'm co-hosting that with Jade, and Chris is our moderator. So don't forget to check out that because that is going to be me reading middle grade books every month, a set middle grade book, and it's going to be so amazing. And don't forget to check that out. And I had to quickly shout that out. Sorry, I almost forgot. And yeah, now I'm going to go, I think, and I'll respond to some messages on the chat because I need to go, otherwise I'll cry. So thank you so much and have the best night. And is it going to end? It's going to.